Hi, it's Tess, and today's tip is about the digestive tract. Again, I'm still reading that Napoleon Hill Outwitting the Devil, and I came across something funny. They were referring to items in your life that you need to take control of. And they were talking about, like, where should one begin when they're making a start to get control over themselves, their own person. And they were talking about the three appetites that we all have to get control of are our desire for food, our expression of sex, and our desire to express loosely organized opinions. So the first one today I'm going to talk about because I found it very interesting, and the thoughts behind it make me motivated, and it was the appetite. And this is kind of the talk with the devil, and they were saying, does man have other appetites which they need to control besides those three main ones, which was your food desire, your expression of sex desire, and your loosely organized opinions desire? And it says, yes, there are many of them, but the three ones which should be conquered first are these three that we just mentioned. And they said that, like as far as appetites, it's natural to have an appetite, but it's also dangerous because people have not mastered themselves overfeed the appetite. And self-mastery and getting control over what you eat will do a lot of work to help you to move forward in every area of your life. And I thought it was very interesting because in this conversation, and like I said, it's like somebody is talking to the devil. So this is really a different perspective, but it's very interesting. And it says, so your viewpoint is interesting and educational. Describe the details through which I may understand how and under what circumstances people overfeed the appetite. And I really found this to be telling. It says, take the desire for physical food, for example. The majority of people who are so weak in self-discipline, they fill their stomachs with combinations of rich food which please the taste but overwork the organs of digestion and elimination. Good morning, Thomas. And I thought this was really, if you start to look at it from that perspective, like what's going on inside that we're not seeing, I found this very helpful. It says they pour into their stomachs both quantity and combinations of food which the body chemists can dispose of only by converting the food into deadly toxic poisons. Those poisons clog and stagnate the body sewer system until it slows down in its work of elimination of waste and matter. And I think that's where, like, now I'm trying to make sure that that window of time before bed, 3 hours before bed, I'm not eating because I don't want to be putting that pollution in and have my body work so hard to digest this food that all these toxics are building up, because overnight is when your body gets rid of the toxins. So if I'm putting too much food in, my body's trying to get it broke down and it's not even able to release the toxins. But it says, by the time someone is ready for the hospital, auto-intoxication or body sewer poisoning takes the machinery of the brain and rolls it into something resembling a wad of putty. And I know we've all run into a few wads of putty in our day, and we've probably all been a wad of putty from time to time. It says the victim who has been overeating and polluting their body with toxins and not allowing their body to release them, the victim becomes sluggish in physical movement, mentally irritable, and fussy. If he could only take one good look and one bad smell of his sewer system or his digestive system, he would be ashamed and look himself in the face. And I thought this was so interesting. Like he was talking about, and again, this is the devil being interviewed according to this author. And it says, city sewers are not the pleasantest of places when they become overloaded or clogged, but they are clean and sweet compared to the intestinal sewer when it has been overloaded or clogged. This is not a pretty story to be associated with the pleasant and necessary act of eating, but that is where it belongs, because overeating and wrong food combinations are the evils which cause auto-intoxication. People who eat wisely and keep their body sewers clean handicap the devil, because a clean body sewer generally means sound body and brain functions work properly. Imagine, if your imagination can be stretched that far, how any human being could move with definiteness of purpose with his body sewer filled with enough poison to kill 100 people if they were injected into their bloodstream. And it comes up in a couple of the books I've read. It talks about that definiteness of purpose. And are the foods that we're eating blocking our way and we don't see it because it's behind the scenes, or are they helping us to move forward? And I will say I've found for myself that certain foods do fill make me feel sluggish, make me feel less productive, make me feel not as good. And certain things will make me feel better, like the green smoothies, the salads, the water. It does kind of help the machine work better. It's like, there are a lot of people, and I grew up in an automotive type family, so there's certain oils they won't put into the gas, into the car. And like my dad said, if you put the oil into the wrong spot, your car's going to freeze up. It won't run. You can't put, your gas goes in one area, your oil goes in another area. And I just thought that this way of looking at it was so interesting. And again, it's Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. But it's really interesting how this book questions the devil and it gives you answers, but then we kind of can relate it to our own lives. So this was really interesting and an interesting perspective. If I look at what I'm putting in my body as what's going into the sewer system, maybe it'll make me look at it different. And hopefully it'll make you look at it different too. Have a beautiful day, and I better hang up because I think Doc V will be going live shortly. But just think about what you're putting in your body. Is it polluting your digestional tract or your sewer system? Or is it helping it to move smoother, helping you to feel better, and helping you to be more productive? So have a beautiful day, and I'll let you know what other nuggets I find in this book, because I thought this was really telling. I mean, that definiteness of purpose keeps coming up in a lot of the books I'm reading, and this idea that if we look at our body, we all get mad. Like when I walk with my mom, I see leaves blocking like the grate for where the water needs to go down, and I know why there's ice or water built up. We're doing the same things to our body. And if we can, it's Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. And it's a money book. This is a Chris Nagel book. So Thomas, you'll like this one because this is a Chris Nagel book. But if you start looking at it that way and try to turn the things that are areas that you want to improve your life, if you want to turn them in a little way, maybe it'll help you to move forward. And thinking of my body as a sewer system is going to make me think twice about what I'm putting in it, because I don't want to be the one that has my grate plugged up and nothing can get in. That's why they talk about extremely, or in my case, I used to be super, super morbidly obese. I may have had no lack of food, but I was nutritionally deficient. And that's what I don't want for any of us. So again, I forgot to flip my phone around, but this is Napoleon Hill, Outwitting the Devil. And this is actually about finances, but as it says in this book, and like Doc V says, all areas of our life impact how we move forward. Thank you and have a beautiful day.